Hello Libra, this is Jenny. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to share this reading with you. Today we're diving into a general love reading. So as always, take what resonates and gently leave the rest behind. Now let's tune in and see what the cards are ready to reveal for us today. Okay. Someone is thinking about the innocence within a situation, the unconditional love, and even the friendship, the connection they had with you. I feel this is someone who is focused on reconciling something with you. I feel this is someone who is no longer in denial about the friendship or the unconditional love that was given by you. Someone is no longer in denial about being a hot mess. Someone's no longer in denial about being a hot mess or even breaking your heart, yet they're still in some type of delusion to be free. When it comes to karmic lessons and insecurities, someone is going through a stage of grief, sadness, processing something that is overwhelming for them. This someone is definitely trying their best to weather the storm or work through the challenges. Someone has a very long road ahead of them. This is where someone is going through a lot of things that they never truly expected. This is why someone is reminiscing and thinking about you, yet still caught in some type of illusion due to a heartbreak. Someone knows that they have an imbalance when it comes to love, yet they're trying to rewrite that story. Someone is wanting to rewrite their story when it comes to a situation or a loss that they had with you, as they're sitting in a space of regret due to interferences, reckless ways, a third party, or even some type of conflict that they started, and someone is wanting your forgiveness, yet they're also feeling they don't deserve it. This is why someone is going through mental illness, addictions, trauma, mental health issues, because it's definitely weighing on them. They feel like they have the whole world weighing on their shoulders. Someone is completely stressed out because they feel like they're in a place where they have too many responsibilities, or they have taken on just too much. Someone's thinking about that conflict, and it's bringing them to a sense of regret for giving in to something that they should have let go or should have never given their attention to, as it seems someone who is desperate to heal something with you is lacking when it comes to direction and support. Yet everyone they have surrounded themselves with is either unaligned or not in tune with what they need. So they stay stuck in limbo, hoping you will start the conversation or start to miss them just as much as they miss you. Someone is hoping that you're missing them in this season. This is someone who is hoping that you reach out before they do. Wow. I feel this is someone who misses you a lot, but they're afraid. They're afraid to hear what you are not afraid to say. Yet I feel this energy wants you to say something, anything, because your silence is deafening. Now, this energy regrets a lot. Regrets the short replies and pretending to be annoyed by you when they were really sitting in a space where they should have shown you how they truly felt about you. Someone does see you as the beginning of everything, wanting to rewrite their story. Someone is afraid you won't forgive them. Someone's afraid because they know they had truly no reason to affect or hurt you. Yet someone is just tired of pretending that you never existed, just so they don't have to feel the pain that is connected from something not being resolved. I feel someone's no longer pretending when it comes to finances or infidelity. I feel this is someone who's trying to stay calm because they know they have run out of options. Someone is ready to release and let go. Someone knows they caused something long-term to be short-term because they thought they needed space. Now, someone is learning some really harsh lessons when it comes to affairs of the heart or the chaos and drama that they create. Someone knows they're toxic, they know it, and they're wanting to communicate something to you about it, but they're full of anxiety, stress, fears, and worry. Someone is truly worried about money, worried about some type of unexpected event, something that just kind of fell in their lap, and this is why they're just not taking the risk when it comes to a soulmate or even compromise. Someone has also attracted something in their life that they can't shake. They're really going through a storm here, and they're trying to weather the challenges and the struggles and the obstacles, but they're still coming up stressed out, empty, loaded with responsibilities. Someone's trying to escape this chaos that they have created, but they can't find a way that isn't easy. This is why someone is just trying to weather a storm that isn't going anywhere anytime soon. This is why someone is thinking about you or the good times that they used to have, as they're now thinking about how they should have shown you how much they care. Yeah, something is definitely coming soon. Even though they're sitting in a space of denial and refusing to reach out right now, they soon will, because they can't help it. It's almost like you are all they think about, or the situation that is lost. They're starting to feel the cause and effect of it. Someone wants this forgiveness, yet they sit in a space of grief and sadness, still not processing what they need to get through. This is someone who's just all over the place, and they know it. I feel this is someone who is dying to know what you think about them. I feel like they're dying to know, but afraid to find out what you feel, yet it may not be what they think it is. It may not even be what they want, as a friendship or a cycle has already ended. Let's get some energy here. Hey, Spirit, what are the messages? Yeah. Someone is trying their best not to lose faith in a situation that has become too hard to deal with. Someone is possibly even praying when it comes to you, and that's just not something they normally do. But someone is hoping and praying that you find a way to work this out with them. They're trying to come to terms with something. They feel like they may have to beg their way back in, but they're all in their ego about it. Someone is too arrogant to change, too arrogant to speak what they know is true. I feel their arrogance has brought them to a space of difference and conflict where their emotions are coming in like waves. I feel there's conflict when it comes to emotions and decisions that they have made that bring them to a state of pain. This is why someone is conflicted and not wanting to deal with the emotions that are connected to the conflict that they bring. I feel this is someone who is just trying to hold it together, knowing they should have anchored themselves to you. I feel this is someone who is now trying to escape something. They're trying to avoid their reflection. Wow. So someone is definitely going through a dark night of the soul and facing inner truths. Wow. They're seeing their own true colors, and someone knows that they are just a clown. Someone is ashamed, humiliated because of what's being exposed, or something that is now over and done, or it's let go. Someone feels like a clown, so they're going to the extreme when it comes to something they know. They shattered. I feel someone is wanting to pull on your heartstrings about a situation, so they could be deflecting, wanting you to focus on something else rather than their disrespect, as this is someone who is still pretending and wearing a mask, putting up a front when it comes to reconciling something with you. Someone wants this union to come together, yet this energy is still conflicted about decisions and emotions. This is why someone can barely even look themselves in the mirror these days, as someone is lost, running out of options. Wow. And running on empty or being cut off from a twin flame. I feel this is someone who is holding on or dwelling on something, keeping secrets, and also investing in the wrong people, places, and things. And this is why something is final and they're triggered about it. Someone is having flashbacks and trauma for what they attach themselves to. This is why they're all in their head about the memories, dwelling on things, dwelling on the good times that they no longer have. I feel this is someone who is thinking about the memories, how they were jealous or they ghosted you, and now they're single and fired up about family, respect, and time that is wasted. I feel this is someone who is going through a lot behind the scenes because they are lost and still running. And they don't even know it because they're pretending. This is someone who is out of denial when it comes to a lot of financial choices, but they're still stuck behind the mask when it comes to stringing something along. This is someone who is in conflict with self, still trying to figure out why they even hurt you. 1, 3, I sense in so many ways, if this energy wasn't so afraid of you in some way, or this heavy conversation, that they would take that chance. Because this conversation needs to be had. It needs to take place for things to make sense or even be resolved. Yet now they feel you won't see or speak to them, which may be a blow that they never really expected. I feel like it's a blow they just have to take because someone's too prideful or egotistical to make the first move or even come your way. Someone feels like they can't even fathom that. But someone is sitting in a space where they know they have to work it out or even get over it. One of the two, because missing you is just almost too hard to bear. Yeah. Someone's about to go to the extreme, or someone knows they went to the extreme by being harsh or just cutting you off or being irrational when it comes to a decision or even the truth, as someone still sees you as a muse and they're wanting to let go of something that no longer serves them, but their heart is locked or guarded. Someone feels boxed up, empty, like a shell of themselves, a shell of who they could be or once was. Someone is wanting to take a gamble, take a risk, yet they are still wearing a poker face. Someone wants to take a gamble and come your way, but they feel like you're completely done with them, over it, all because of their reckless ways. Someone is bottling up their emotions and something like some type of illusion or false reality where they're keeping a lot of things inside, not opening up when they know they were the ones who were deceptive towards you. I feel like this is someone who's being very desperate or not getting what they want. I feel like it just might provoke a reaction out of them that many of you didn't expect, because a lot of things are reminding them of you, how they walked away, or they're about to remind you why you had to fall back or walk away in the first place. I feel there's someone who is bottling up their emotion because they don't know how to yet truly deal with them. However, they've already been illuminated to the signs. They have already noticed something when it comes to the drama that they carry and bring everywhere they go. yet they're still ignoring something, being dismissive when it comes to the roller coaster or the highs and lows that they have taken you through. I feel this is someone who has caused something to be frozen. You're not speaking. Something is stonewalled. There's no action when it comes to someone who is unhealthy or just completely toxic. Oh, this is someone who has some very nasty behaviors and very delusional about it. In fact, I feel this is someone who has a history of being contradictive or in denial as they are now, understanding what unconditional love is now that it is lost. Someone's now understanding what you gave, but it's only after you had to cut something completely off. Now, someone is coming out as obsessive and still holding on to your energy and your aura. Someone thought that you would still pursue them. This is why they ghosted you. This is like a dirty game that they play. And now that they are on the other side of it, they're regretting everything because they still have a lust for you. It should have only been you. Yet now someone is believing that something is lost for good. They're in despair and becoming colder by the day because they never thought that they would go through this in this way. I feel something has definitely gone to the extreme when it comes to someone who has still not seen something for what it is. This is why they're waiting on you to reach out and negotiate. I feel this is someone who has uncontrollable desires. Something gets the best of them when it comes to temptation. This is why someone has lost hope, because they know they're always going to take it there. They are always going to go to the extreme, especially when it comes to outside influences, people they try to impress, yet you are still the muse. They are still inspired by you. This is why they can't just easily get over you. Let's grab another deck out here. Of course, if you guys are enjoying the reading, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Final messages here. Let's get a little bit of energy here from this deck. Yeah, someone was definitely out of pocket, being rude, throwing shade, trying to get the best of you by being disrespectful. Someone was being insulting and slick when it comes to their body language, behaviors, and the things that they say to you. Someone was talking or doing a lot of things they knew they would regret, but they always felt like they could come back and show you love and attention, and they could get through it. Someone thought that love bombing you would be their way back in. Someone thought giving you the love and attention that you have always desired would be their way back in a situation. But I feel in playing all of these games, someone lost the innocence within you, a situation. Wow. Something is definitely different about you, and this is why someone is cautious about coming your way. Even if it's all they think about, someone's all in their emotions about you, not knowing what to do when it comes to you. Someone's in their emotions because they've been put on blast. Someone is publicly embarrassed because the struggle is real. The struggle is real, and someone knows they breadcrumbed you, and now they're low-key about wanting to bounce back or recover something with you because they're too salty to admit it. Too salty, stubborn. Someone feels like you have receipts when it comes to the things they have done. A group, a squad, because someone definitely didn't keep it real with you. Someone didn't keep it real. Now something has flatlined because they can't finesse this. Someone can't finesse a situation with you, and they know it. They breadcrumbed you. They gave false promises. They led you astray. And or T, this energy just had no clue how to maintain the love and the energy that you did. So now they're in a mood, upset, not knowing how to come out of a cage that they have prepared for themselves. Someone is being extra because they feel you're in savage mode. Someone feels like you burned down the little that was left in the situation. Now they have a fear of missing out because they know that you are rebuilding in a different way on a different path that just might not include them. This is why someone is trolling you, watching, waiting for some type of response instead of just reaching out to you or being the adult in a situation. I feel someone is not making a move because it makes them feel like a simp, a wimp, or weak. But I feel them believing in the way that they do is a reason why. Something was thrown away when they should have did all they could to keep you. I feel this is someone who pretends that they are woke, but they are not. I feel a lot of the things that they say is all cap. This is why whatever energy they bring will not go as planned, as whatever you're about to do will be well played. I feel you definitely made a lot of tough choices here, and this is why the vibes have changed, because I definitely feel you were the glue in this situation. Now you've made a lot of decisions and you're not sorry about it. Someone had to lose you to find a true respect for you, but I feel by the time they figure something out, chances they could have had is already gone. Someone needs to change their point of view, take a different approach when it comes to you, because how they have dealt with you in the past won't be how they deal with you in the future. Let's get one more card here from this deck. Someone's thinking about that unconditional love and support that you gave, and now that they feel like it's no longer an option, someone is all in their head about it, trying to focus on something else. But I feel they can't forget about what they had with you, even if they tried. This is someone who changed direction with you abruptly, without any type of conversation. Something just completely changed about their energy or the way they choose to deal with you. I feel this is someone who took something, left because they didn't know how to deal with self, didn't know how to deal with the connection. I feel this is someone who felt inferior to the energy that you brought because they couldn't match you. They couldn't match the energy that was given, so they destroyed it. They sabotaged it so that you couldn't see that they couldn't level up. This is someone who was all over the place, as they have definitely shown you their true colors during a time moment. And I feel this is someone who is now thinking of what they have done or just thinking of you heavily, or often wondering what they could have done differently, because now you're not the same at all. And neither are they. Yeah. This is unfinished business or a loose end of some sort. I feel this is someone who now needs answers if they never truly gave you any, especially when it comes to their direction or this relationship. Now they're having to deal with their regrets because they lack in values, or the fact that they were always playing games or playing the field. Now someone is wanting to prowl, look your way, love bomb you in some type of way, but something just won't be as easy as they thought it would be, as someone destroyed something completely. It all went up in flames, as someone was always misleading and playing the victim when it comes to their temptations and toxic ways. For many of you, you believe there is always room for change, but this is someone who is gonna have to do a lot of things intentionally because they're already under pressure by putting in no effort. But I feel something that is coming their way they won't be able to avoid because it's fated, inevitable. Someone needs therapy. I feel this is someone who needs a lot of help to regain something here, to heal. Someone needs some help when it comes to their self-worth. But as I said before, someone's going to have to make some choices and do it out of intention because they have a lot of insecurities. I feel this is someone who is very insecure, and that's why they're unpredictable, because they can be very cold at times, very arrogant, and this is how they end up sabotaging everything. I feel this energy sabotages things by mixing wires, or wires are being crossed when it comes to someone who is always giving some type of miscommunication or even pretending something is a misunderstanding. But I feel there's always a fallout when it comes to someone who is just afraid, scared to commit, because they're scared they won't be able to rely on the history of something, as I feel they have a lot of attachments that's creating some of these endings. Even the fact that they have tried to accuse you of many things they know they have done. I feel this relationship faded away because someone lost direction. They lost who they were supposed to be in this connection, and in turn, they lost you. Wow. This is someone who felt some type of way about something you did or said and decided to break from you with their time, their energy, because you spoke a truth that they were not ready to deal with. I feel like you spoke a truth or made them look bad, causing them to act out or come out of a space of spite, petty energy, just to have their way. Yet it got them nothing. It got them nowhere. Now, this energy is trying to figure out a way to come out of the mess, retract a statement, an action, yet they're undecided on how to do it. I feel this is someone who left you with a lot of questions, no answers, as they're still masking something that took place, whether it was in some type of intense situation or conflict, a stressful situation where something caused differences or a clash, an argument, someone's being selfish and irrational. There's no logic. Someone thought time with this is that someone was definitely banking on the patterns of them being inconsistent to put you in your feelings. Someone thought that you would be too emotional to make something final, but once you did, it definitely took them for a loop. Someone was definitely shocked that you were able to stand your ground or stand on something you said or did, because now this energy is going through an identity crisis. Things are left up in the air because someone held back or ignored something with you. Now they're wanting validation because they're going through a storm, troubles, turbulence, and it's unsettling for someone who has created their own misery. This is someone who is their own worst nightmare, as this is someone who is yet to even apologize for how they hurt you, because they know they did. Now they're dealing with consequences for their actions. Someone's being taught a true lesson. Justice has taken place where someone is getting a taste of their own medicine due to karmic debt and never truly closing out a cycle, because now karma is closing in on them. And I feel them trying to weather a storm has definitely taken them to a real dark place, because it won't be easy for them to reject or deny what is coming their way or what they're currently going through, because it's definitely weighing on their heart. And this is why they're choosing to be in hermit mode, because they feel like it's the only safe space. I feel their environment is also having an effect on them. They're also needing to come to terms with the things that they need to release, because it's also bringing them to a space of going to the extreme. One more card here from this deck. Yeah, for some of you, things are going nowhere because they're still in victim mode. Poor me, sad, negativity. Someone is still in a place where they're wounded. Bad things are definitely happening due to karmic retribution and consequences of their actions. It's just that they never truly expected to deal with it, not in this way. Wow, someone's all over the place, as I said before, because the actions that they took got them nowhere. Wow, wow. Yeah, you're dealing with someone who is completely stubborn. They made a lot of wrong choices and they couldn't level up. A lot of the things that they did to you makes many of you feel like they were always the enemy, or you just never knew them at all. This is someone who is hard to love, but they don't see it that way. This is why they're always in this victim mentality and trying to create situations where they can just fall back on something being a misunderstanding. But I feel many of you understand the drama they bring is the drama that they create. I feel this is someone who is just too stubborn to see something for what it is, yet they're still not wanting you to see something from a different perspective that doesn't keep them in your space or even on your mind, as this is someone who definitely wants to have a space in your heart. But I feel they're also attached to how they screwed things up, because this energy was vicious with you when you were just seeking answers or true understanding. Someone just went to the extreme. They took something too far just so they didn't have to answer you or be called out about something. Wow, but you're not waiting, and they know it. This is someone who is all over the place, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. Things are just not adding up as someone is in a very messy situation. I feel someone's in a messy situation because what they thought they had all figured out is definitely not what they thought it would be, as this energy is now realizing nothing truly lasts forever, especially if you don't have the energy or the mind frame to maintain it. And I feel there's a lot of intense emotions here. Someone's realizing nothing truly lasts forever, as it wasn't worth losing you for the mistakes that they made. Someone's thinking about the connection, yet also not knowing how to recover it. I feel this is someone now in a space of wanting to recover, but not really knowing how to make it make sense, as someone who's still in a space where they're dealing with the harsh emotions of it, but still not trying to deal with it. It's too painful. Someone knows for a fact that they just should have told you just for $313 how much they truly cared. Instead of pretending to be unfazed or unbothered, or even pretend to care, because now that they don't have that option, they're in the emotions about it. I feel this is someone who had no real follow through. Something with them became very intense, especially when it comes to their energy, because now they feel you will never look back. You will never look back when it comes to what they lost or what they should have given to you, because many of you are no longer relying on what they say. As for many of you, they're going to have to show and prove. I feel there's a lot of intense emotions when it comes to many of you who are just trying to keep your peace. You don't want any parts of someone else's karma, yet someone is hoping and wondering if you would reconsider. Someone is hoping and wanting to see something in a different light, or wanting you to see something in a different light because they want to connect. Someone wants access to you. Someone wants to come back around. Someone sees you as a yin to their yang, but there's too many emotions here. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or someone who is just still dealing with a lot of emotions because there are unhealthy attachments and addictions that they're still dealing with because someone is still not grounded. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel this is someone who is looking for the exit. Someone is looking for the exit yet, and still they know something was one-sided. I feel someone is looking for a way out, but they realize how one-sided a situation is, and they're still distracted. When you're still distracted by late nights and a lot of responsibilities, and I feel many of you are intuitive to the fact that they can't handle what they already have, what they currently is going through, to even deal with what they have with you. Someone is just stuck in some old ways that it's just too hard to change. For many of you, you feel like this person is just too old to be acting the way that they do, but they do. I feel this is someone who made a lot of choices because of the ways that they are used to. This is why they have ignored the signs to reflect, come back to you better than they left. I feel things are just not adding up when it comes to someone who is completely curious about you, someone who is curious about you is now realizing how they burnt something to a crisp for your energy here. Something went up in flames. This could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or a Sagittarius, or an Aries, but I feel someone is now getting a taste of their own medicine. I feel someone is getting a taste of the same energy that was dealt your way as someone who's still loving you from a distance. Loving you from a distance because they feel like they just can't come your way, whether it's out of ego, pride, or the fact that they feel they will be rejected. Someone is not liking the fact that the tables have turned and you are moving in silence. And as I said before, your silence is deafening for someone who is still hiding from you. I feel this is someone who is hiding and still holding on to your energy, but I feel the fact that they can't emotionally affect you, or that someone's just not being honest and playing dumb to their shapeshifter ways is the reason why many of you are not accepting what is given. Because you're not waiting on an apology. Wow. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good, beautiful day. Bye.